I still remember the night we found the footprints. They started at my cousin's door, and ended in the bush. But the strange thing was this: the prints beside hers were not human. They were long, thin, and too deep in the ground, like something heavy was walking with her. And that was the night we realized my cousin had not married a man. She had married a spirit. I grew up in a small village in eastern Nigeria. This happened about 12 years ago. I was around 16 then. My cousin Amaka was 22. She was quiet, beautiful, and very stubborn. She sold vegetables in the evening market. Nothing about her life was strange at first. Then one day she told us she had met a man. She said his name was Emeka. Nobody in the village knew him. My aunt asked where he came from. Amaka said he worked far away but visited her at night. She always smiled when she talked about him. She said he was rich and would marry her soon. The strange part was that nobody ever saw him. Not once. My uncle laughed at first. He said maybe the man was shy. But after some weeks, things started to feel wrong. Every morning we saw footprints outside Amaka's window. One set was hers. The other set looked strange. The toes were too long. The heel was deep in the soil like a heavy stone had pressed there. And the steps were far apart. One night I stayed outside with my friend Shindu. We wanted to see this man. We waited behind the mango tree near Amaka's room. Around midnight we heard soft steps. But we saw nobody. Then the door opened slowly. Amaka stepped outside. She was smiling and whispering like someone was standing in front of her. But there was no one there. We both froze. Then something strange happened. The sand on the ground started pressing down. Step by step, like invisible feet were walking. Shindu grabbed my arm so tight it hurt. We watched the footprints appear beside Amaka's feet as she walked toward the bush. Something invisible was walking with her. I swear on my life I saw it with my own eyes. The next morning we told the elders. They called a native doctor from another village. The man came with a small bag and cowries. He looked at the footprints and his face changed immediately. He said one sentence that made everyone quiet. "This girl is already married." My aunt shouted, "Married to who?" The old man shook his head. "Not a human." That evening they forced Amaka to sit in the middle of the compound. The native doctor started chanting and throwing powder into the fire. At first Amaka just laughed. Then suddenly her voice changed. I cannot explain it well. It sounded deeper, like two voices were speaking at once. She shouted, "Leave my wife alone." My aunt fainted. The native doctor kept shouting back at the spirit. The fire grew bigger and the wind started blowing even though the night was calm before. Then Amaka screamed. Not a normal scream. It sounded painful, like something was being pulled out of her. After some minutes she collapsed. When she woke up, she was quiet. Very quiet. For 2 weeks she stayed normal again. We thought everything was over. But one morning she was gone. Her door was open. We searched the whole village. Then we saw the footprints again. Her footprints, walking toward the bush. And beside them, those same long, deep prints. They went deep into the forest. They never came back. Some elders say spirits can take human wives if they choose them. I don't know if that is true. But I know what I saw that night. And I still avoid that forest. Because sometimes, when the ground is soft after rain, people still find 2 sets of footprints there. Feel free to comment your opinion about this story. Follow this page for more interesting stories.